So we live in a world where it seems like everybody is trying to get nowhere fast. They're trying to get somewhere, but then once they get there, then they're looking to get somewhere else, and somewhere else, and somewhere else, and somewhere else. Why are we never truly happy just being here, where we are? We're always thinking about the future and where we need to get to, what we need to do, what we should do, what we ought to do. But we're never happy where we are. Why can't we just be happy where we are on this journey? You know, you read books and you hear about, life being a journey and how we should enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. And while some of us do this, I'd say like a majority of people probably don't, because they're always their brains are always focused on that next best thing that they're always trying to get to. I do it too. I do it, it's always like, never happy here. Why can't we just not be happy here? Where are we actually going to? Because when you get there, then you're gonna want to get somewhere else. It's like this never-ending cycle. But eventually you just come full circle and you come back to here. We're always here. There is no there. There is no there. There is no there. There's only here, and there's only us in this moment here, right now. There's no that thing over there that I need to get to. There's only this thing. There's only this thing. There's only this person right here. None of that stuff. It's all an illusion created from your brain, from your mind. So how do we stop the run, stop the hunt, stop the search, stop the I need to get somewhere type of thing? It's like now with the COVID-19, people are getting very antsy at home. And me, I'm like, it's only been a month. Some people are like, oh my God, it's been a month. I'm home, I'm coming out of my skull. Like, I can't go anywhere, I can't go to work, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm so bored, I'm so bored. And I'm like, well, a few months ago, maybe that was me, I don't know. Or last year, that was me. I'd be so bored at home if I wasn't working or whatnot, and I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I really would not. I would drive somewhere. I'd be like, okay, going somewhere is going to help me get out of this, whatever I'm in, this funk. But I would go somewhere and I'd be like, I'm not feeling this. And I would end up coming back home and not knowing what to do with myself. And I'd be pulling my hair out and I'd be like, I'm so bored, whatever. But now, I found activities that keep me busy, creative projects. I'm making videos, I'm, working on a book, I'm doing all these things, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So sometimes it's not about getting anywhere. It's about turning internally. It's about turning internally. It's about going within and discovering who you are, what is something that you can provide value to the world. It goes deeper than just like going to Home Depot or going to Target or going to the grocery store or going to a friend's house or going out to a bar or restaurant. Sometimes it's looking within so that we can enjoy this process of being here now and feel like we don't have to get anywhere. We don't have to rush off anywhere. We don't have to, sprint to the finish line. There is no finish line. Or the finish line is constantly moving, If you think this is the finish line and you sprint to this and you hit this, but then the finish line keeps moving and moving because life is ever changing. It's ever evolving. There's never an end point to our time here. Our bodies will die eventually, but there's never an end point, truly. If you get somewhere, then you're just gonna wanna get somewhere else, because you can only be somewhere for so long before your brain starts churning and churning and churning. So when you feel like you are constantly where you feel like you have to constantly get somewhere and go and do something. You can't just sit with yourself. You can't be bored. You can't just sit in silence. Then that's all up here. That's all up here. You have trained yourself to constantly do things and be in motion. And the thought of sitting by yourself doing nothing scares the crap out of you. It scares you because you're not used to it. But we're not made, we don't have to do something all the time. That is how we've trained ourselves as a society. That's how we have trained ourselves over time as human beings. We feel like we always have to do something, and we always have to get somewhere. We always have to be talking to somebody. We always have to be productive with our time. But the most productive thing that you can do with your time is to just sit with yourself sometimes and do nothing. Because doing nothing is doing something. Doing nothing is doing something, I guarantee you. It is that time that you need to just break down and break down the barrier that you've set for yourself. Break down that facade that you are only valuable as a human being if you're doing something productive. You're only valuable if you are on the go. You are not worthy, you're not valuable if you're just sitting there doing nothing, because who just sits there doing nothing? There's so many things that you could do or should do. So that is all up here, my friend. That is all up here. So with that being said, just think about how you're spending your time. And when you are rushing off to get nowhere fast, where are you rushing off to? Is it valuable for yourself? Is it really as productive as you think? Or are you running away from something? Are you trying to escape maybe your own thoughts? Are you trying to escape the thought of sitting in silence and doing nothing? Are you trying to escape the thought of being bored because being bored feels really uncomfortable? What is boredom really? Is boredom really that bad? We feel like when we're bored, we have all these negative emotions tied to being bored, because we compare ourselves to other people who are not bored, who are busy, who are out there making money, who are out there doing something with their lives, they're working their purpose and stuff like that. So we feel when we're bored that we are wasting our precious time, that we don't know what to do with our time, and we freak out because we feel like we are less than that guy over there. We are less than that woman over there. That we are not a valuable human being. But you are always a valuable human being, no matter what you do and what you don't do. So you could be doing a million things, or you could be not doing a million things. You could be sitting home and staring at the wall for all I care. You are valuable no matter what, because you are a human being. And all of us are valuable. So, don't rush off to anywhere unless you really have to go somewhere. Be bored, it's okay. Do nothing, it's okay. Sit in silence, it's okay. Just realize that, it's your brain talking a lot of times and not truly you, because you as a human being, it doesn't matter what you do, where you go, whether you go out, whether you sit home, whether you just stare at a wall, or whether you go out earning bucks, you're valuable. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.